I want to show you something. You see this valve? It's for my radiator in my bathroom. I noticed that steam was coming out from here and water was coming from down here. You can see a little bit of water still coming out. So I have to fix this. Now the first thing you do is get a t-shirt, stick it down there, and close it up and pretend it never happened. Why? I don't want to fix this. I really don't want to fix it. So I was doing research and people were saying if it's leaking from here, all you gotta do is take this nut off, get some Teflon tape and put it back on and stop leaking. But if it's leaking from anywhere else, just replace the whole thing. That's what I'm gonna do. Now I should go do it. Because I don't want to pay a plumber. I really don't want to do this. I really don't. The first thing you want to do is off the entire house's heating system, especially if it's steam, and let it cool down before taking off anything. And that's what I did. I offed my whole house's heat and I waited about an hour, and now I'm going to take it apart. I should use a monkey wrench, but I don't think I can fit it in there, so I'm going to use some angle wrenches. Let's see if this helps.
This is Robot AC21 coming to you with another proverb to enlighten your mind. 1. A good example is the best sermon. I wonder what the criteria of a good example is. Do you need graphs, or show pictures, or beat and yell at the person just because they don't understand the topic, like how I was taught when trying to learn how to read another language? Just because I wasn't saying the words correctly, doesn't mean I was being ungrateful and disrespectful on purpose. It just means I was having a hard time understanding what was being shown to me, but I eventually learned how to read it, which means it worked. Now I have to learn how to read without being so self-conscious that I stumble on every few words, to the point where I read like a child. Great job, teacher, and showing me how to read. I have to thank you one day when you are in an old age home and you have no clue on what's going on. Then I will take you home with me and I'll care for you. I'll cook for you, clean your clothing, give you your medicine, and when it's time for you to take that last great journey, I won't pack your bags. Haha, you won't have any clean underwear for the rest of your dead life, sucker. Did I read the proverb incorrectly? Was it supposed to be a good example is the best salmon? I like salmon, so if example wants to show off, it won't do any good here. You need to show some respect, example, because I don't see you trying to swim upstream and fight bears, just to try and fart out some eggs. I wonder if this reminds me of this proverb. 2. A good reader is as rare as a good writer. Hey, I'm a bad reader but write good. Wait, I mean, good me right. I writing good. Writing is good for me. You know what's really rare? A good friend. Especially one who is willing to push you out of traffic when you get into a fist fight with each other. Wait a minute, I think he was trying to push me into traffic. I guess I should have known he was trying to kill me when he wrapped that belt around my neck and slammed my head into a brick wall. I don't know how we got out into the streets because of all the blackouts I had from the dents in my head. Maybe I slipped on a banana when we were on the roof. Why was there a banana on the roof? Well, I skipped breakfast and I needed a quick snack, because when you are in a fight you waste a lot of energy. Banana is a great source of complex carbohydrates and can help keep you going. I know what your next question is. Why did you miss breakfast? How can I eat something that has the word fast in it when I was told not eat fast food? I wonder if slow food tastes like a sloth. Do you think those things are hard to hunt down? I wonder why they are so slow. Do they have a sprained ankle or tennis elbow? Or maybe they have half a soul in their body making them. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Let's move on to another proverb. 3. Friendship is one soul in two bodies. That is disgusting. Why would anybody want to share a soul? It's like sharing someone's toothbrush that has not been washed after you clean the toilet with it. What if the soul didn't take a bath? Would you really want to put that in you? And how would you put it inside of you? Maybe you can eat it up the same way you eat clouds, in an airplane with your head sticking out the window. How would you cut a soul in half? What part do you give away and what do you use on the walls to damper the screaming? You really don't want to wake your neighbors and have them come over. Then you might have to cut their souls in half and share it with somebody else. That's what friends are for. What do you do if you want to get your other half of your soul back? How would you track it down? It's not like you can go and follow its footprints, because last time that made you walk in circles until it stops snowing and you can't find the footprints anymore. It's really annoying, but that reminds me of another proverb. 4. A snow year, a rich year. Yeah, that's right, I have no clue what this means either. A snow year? What does that even mean? I guess if you get stuck in a snow globe again, it will snow all year long, but you will have to wait till someone shakes you, until you throw up. Snow globes are so pretty, maybe that's how it can be a rich year too. You can start a snow globe store and sell them, and if you can't, well, you can do what any other good business person would do, burn the place down. But make sure you don't start the fire while you are throwing a tantrum, lifting a shelf over your head, not realizing you are weak, causing the shelf to fall on top of you, pinning you to the ground, and the only thing you can do is watch the fire grow around your body, until you look at the melted clock on the wall and you see it's lunchtime. You push the shelf off of you and go out to get something to eat. Until you realized you threw your wallet into the fire because you thought it was a snake. You should never buy a wallet from a company called Snakes. I know, when it snows you can go around shoveling people's front for money. Make sure you stop when you reach the ground, because shoveling concrete out of the way is not that easy, and accidentally creating a moat around a client's house makes it awkward when trying to ask them for $50,000 for the new security feature you added to their house, preventing any danger coming their way. I think this proverb sounds like, 5. Danger comes soonest when it is despised. Maybe that's why love is so dangerous. Hear me out on this one. I programmed myself to feel pain when love enters my heart, because how else can I know what a broken heart feels like? This is very dangerous for me because I'm not the best programmer, and there's a side effect of me having a broken heart: my eyeballs start sweating. I don't know why. When it starts, I just want to hide from everybody until I see the full moon. That's when I run out and start moaning at it, because how is it staying up there without strings holding it up? I tried to get stuck in the sky once, but the homemade glue I used didn't work. I guess peanut butter doesn't have 99 uses, only one, giving an allergic reaction until you die. Here's a tip: if you get gum stuck in your hair, don't try and chew it out, or have your nephew pull it out with pliers. I heard ice works, but how does eating it get the gum out? I guess you have to eat enough of it until your hair frees off, then you can wait a few months to unfreeze and grow your hair back. But that takes too much time, and you need to buy a watch to find out how much time you wasted and add it to the wasted time book of your life. This kind of reminds me of this. 6. A good watch prevents misfortune. Now that's pretty cool. When the bank takes away your house, you can live in your watch. Or maybe know what time it is when your goat tells you it doesn't want to eat your garbage anymore and is going on strike. And in a goat's world, a strike is when it takes a dump in your house somewhere and you have to go and try and find it. It's a fun game, but can get kind of smelly, especially if you give up and say you'll find it later.
I turned on the heat for my steam. Stop strobing. For my steam radiator. And I feel a lot of heat coming off, and I don't see any leaks anywhere. I don't see any water coming out. I don't see any water coming out, nor do I see any steam coming out. And the heat's really on. It's really hot right now. So I don't feel anything coming out here, or here, or here. So looks like that worked. Took about an hour to do this. 25 bucks for that piece. About 25 bucks for that. I think there's 30, 24-inch monkey wrench, and this was 11 bucks for a 12-inch. It's 12-inch. It's 18-inch. This was $12 for an 18-inch monkey wrench, and I think this was $25 for a 24-inch monkey wrench. This one. So in total, it'll probably cost 70 bucks to repair, 80 bucks.
And in a goat's world, a strike is when it takes a dump in your house somewhere and you have to go and try and find it. It's a fun game but can get kind of smelly, especially if you give up and say you'll find it later. But you know and you will forget. Maybe it's a good thing the bank took your house away for filling it up with goat crap. Losing your house may not be such a bad thing. You could finally go out and start on your dream. Like starting a farm with your goat. You could work the land while he does the books. But don't blame him for losing all your money because he's a freaking goat. They are not good with money. Well, they are good at spending it on things you don't need, like a tractor, plow, seed drill and other crap. I mean, who needs farm equipment to run a farm? All you really need is your hope and dreams and an army of servants who will protect your land and your health if they don't decide to riot.